Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another Nerd Mode, this being a show where I introduce you to a series that you may or may not be familiar with. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the Syfy original series, Resident Alien. Like always, this isn't a review, it's just me talking about a series that I really like that I recommend you check out for yourself. Resident Alien is a sci-fi mystery comedy series that follows Harry Vanderspiegel, a doctor in the small town of Patience, Colorado. But Harry isn't just an ordinary doctor, he has quite the dark secret, and that dark secret is that Harry is actually an alien. He was sent here to kill all humans, but upon crash landing on the planet, he ends up losing the device that he needs to wipe out all of humanity. To give himself the freedom to be able to search for his device, he proceeds to kill the real Harry Vanderspiegel and begins disguising himself as Harry Vanderspiegel. However, when the local town doctor is murdered, Harry finds himself dragged into a murder investigation. Trying to keep his secret, Harry will try to blend in with the wild cast of characters that exist in the town of Patience. However, it isn't just the residents of Patience that he has to worry about. There's actually a secret branch of the military that is going to do anything and everything it takes to find him. Can Harry fake being human long enough to find his device so that he can destroy all human... Wait. Wrong property. Or will his secret be revealed and his mission left incomplete? Obviously, a big part of this series is the wild ensemble cast of characters that live in the town. Obviously, ranging from characters like best friends Asta and Darcy, which Asta's story tends to lean more towards the dramatic side with everything that goes down in her storyline, while you have Darcy kind of being the drunk comic relief, but at the end of the day, there is a lot of depth and complications to each one of their stories. Then you have Sheriff Mike and his deputy Liv, which Mike is an overconfident, overcompensating douchebag who constantly belittles Liv even though she's really good at her job. Then you have the mayor Ben as well as his wife Kate, who are going through some marital issues, but things get even more complicated on top of that when it comes to their son Max, because he believes Harry to be an alien, and because of that, everyone, including his parents, thinks he's crazy. Which that in itself is actually a really interesting thing. Max has this genetic thing that only 1 out of 1,000 people have, and this genetic thing allows Max to see past Harry's disguise and see him for the alien that he is. That in itself constantly leads to this adversarial thing between Max and Harry, where Harry is constantly trying to kill Max, but luckily, Max isn't in this alone. He has a good friend like Sahar who he can work with and confide in about all of this. This show can be silly, but at the same time, it can be very serious and even heartfelt at times, especially when it comes to a lot of the aforementioned residents. Like some of the pretty personal stuff that Asta's going through in her storyline, which includes a pretty big secret that relates to her family. And like the fact that despite Harry not liking humans, he is there for Asta a lot of times. Granted, some of those times are unintentional, but other times they're purely intentional. And that ties into a really interesting element about the series, is how much of an impact the humans have on Harry, that they make him more human-like, feelings and all. Pretend long enough and things might start becoming real. I really love how the show does a really good job of balancing the levity and the seriousness of Harry pretending to be human. On the more levity side of things, when it comes to Harry pretending to be human, you have him laughing at the wrong thing, faking his way through medical stuff, as well as him getting super annoyed about things that humans do that he thinks are stupid. I mean, at the very core, his very understanding of humans is a byproduct of him watching the TV show Law and Order. However, on the more serious side of things, you have Harry feeling all these human emotions, much to his own chagrin. And then the show does a really good job of paralleling that with him reflecting back on his life on his home planet, what he had, what he lost, and what he left behind. This series is just so fun. It's got a nice dark sense of humor, but like I said earlier, it can also be pretty serious and very heartfelt. This series does such a great job of balancing all these different genres so beautifully. There's just so much to enjoy and love about this show. Resident Alien is based on a Dark Horse comic series of the same name. Season 2 of Resident Alien premieres on January 26th. But really, that's all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.